Hello friends and family of YouTube. Well, I believe I'm going to get away from the house today for a little while, get out, do some shopping, and I have not bought me any clothes in I don't know how long. But all my pants are starting to fall off of me and making me think of that song, Pants on the Ground, that came out a few years ago. So I've lost some weight, so yeah, I've got to get some pants. I can take my pants off right now without having to undo them. I can just slide them straight down. I'm right at 23 pounds down, something like that. So time to get some different pants. But I'm also going to Northern Tool. We have a Northern Tool store that has come to us locally, and I've not got to see it yet. I just got to Northern Tool, and this is outside. It's very windy, so I thought I'd shoot this little bit of footage from inside the truck. I have never seen this aluminum style trailer before, but I thought that was pretty neat. And you can see that they've got some other ones that are kind of a standard utility trailer. What I'm going to tell you is you can see the price on these trailers are $924. And that appears to be like an 8-foot long trailer. I went to Cullman, Alabama, and they have a lot of dealers that make them over there. And I'm going to tell you, I got twice the trailer for about 60% of that cost. So, man, I saved a lot of money. So if you ever need a utility trailer, you definitely want to go to Cullman, Alabama, on the Interstate 65. You can't miss it. It's right on the interstate. So these people right out here are looking at them, and I'm going to tell them the same thing that I just told you. Save them some money. If you recall, I just bought a generator from Tractor Supply and gave $200 for it for a 1800 watt that goes down to 1400. It's about the same generator as this, as you can see, but 40 bucks cheaper. And they also have Honda generators. So let me go through here, and that way if you want to pause and see what they're pricing some of these at. And from what I understand, this is a new model that just came out this year, and it's actually cheaper than the 2000 watt, and this is a 2200 watt. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this Ironton generator, but there are a few different models they carry in stock here, 7000 watt and 4000 watt, and even Power Horse. So here is a 5500 watt. This is a North Star powered by Honda. That's a pretty neat looking generator here, but check out that price. Woo. But that is a pretty nice model. And they have other North Star powered by Honda down here below, 8,000, 13,000. Pretty neat. Now, if you've ever wanted to buy your tires already mounted, it does not appear that these are balanced, but they are mounted on here. So if you ever got in a bind, you could always know that if you can find a Northern Tool, they're going to have some tires for you. These are 205 75 15s, and they are 111 bucks. And they got plenty of other tires here of different sizes as well. And they also have ball hitch accessories over here as well. Got quite a selection, different drops and everything. If you've ever had a hitch that dropped too low or was up too high, you know the troubles that can cause. So yeah, they got a good selection of them here. Well, the video you watched on me going to Northern Tool and a couple of other stores, that's been a couple of days ago. I didn't have enough footage to make one video, so I'm kind of adding a couple of days together. Well, today what I'm going to do is go get some RV videos. So I'll be going to Cullman, Alabama to get some Rockwood trailers. I went online and found out who the closest Rockwood dealer we have is, and appears to be Johnston RV over in Cullman. So I'm going to go to Cullman today. That's about a hour 15, hour 20-minute drive, and get a few videos over there. And I try to get about 5 videos at a time. So if you ever see me, it looks like I'm wearing the same clothes for several videos, well, that's because they was filmed on the same day. But yeah, I like the Rockwood trailers. You know, I've always, if you've watched my channel for a while, you've heard me say that the Microlite by Flagstaff is my favorite RV setup. Well, the Rockwood comes a real close second. They're a sister company, and appearance-wise, they look a lot alike, but they do have some different layouts. So I'm looking forward to getting those and sharing those videos with you. So anyway, let's head down the road. This is always one of my favorite parts of the area that I live in. I love this pasture out here. It's really beautiful, and I like how they kept those 2 old oak trees there, even the one that's been dead for 3 or 4 years now. But yeah, beautiful countryside here in North Alabama. Check out all them cows. I don't do good around animals that are bigger than me. If an animal's big enough to eat me, I usually don't get along with it. Like I said, I've got to drive about an hour to get to the RV dealership that I'm wanting to get the footage from today. And I'm going to be facing a couple of other battles. Same battles I face every time it seems like I'm doing videos. It never fails that these dealerships are always on a real busy highway. So you get a lot of traffic noise and that sort of thing. But it never fails that anytime I have the ability to go get some videos done, it just happens to be a very windy day. I don't know how I seem to always choose that, but I do. And if you notice, this video is just bouncing all over the place. Most of the time it's because I have the shakes. I think I've mentioned before I'm pre-diabetic, so sometimes I get the shakes pretty bad. But today's issue is this road is awful. Makes me think about when I was a kid, how you'd ride in the car and you go, you know, when you would be on a rough road. Well, it's early in the morning. Last night before going to bed, I got on the internet and I got to looking at some auctions today. And man, there is a good looking auction. It ain't but about 15 minutes from my house. So it starts at 8:30 in the morning, so I'm trying to get over there as quick as I can. For some reason, this gas pump at this gas station here is slower than I am today, which is pretty doggone slow. Anyway, I'm gonna go try to get me some good junk at a good deal today and see if I can't make some money on it next week in Nashville. This will be the first time that I've done an auction by myself since Purdy's left, so it's gonna be a little different for me. I'm used to having somebody as a helper, and it helps to have 2 of you at auction, man. It's probably the best way to do one. So anyway, gonna give it a shot today and see what I can come up with. Well, I hadn't planned on buying any product for a while, and matter of fact, I haven't bought a whole lot over the last 6 months. Basically been planning on just selling out of my out of the stock I have at home, and even selling out some of my collections of stuff. So yeah, I pretty much just seen this auction last night and thought, man, I don't need to miss this. This is looking too good. And I don't know, I needed to get away from the house. It seems like I've been spending a little too much time at the house, and man, auctions have always been good to me, good for me, and you never leave an auction upset. I mean, you might get there and price is going too high and not be able to buy anything for a while, and that's okay. But it kind of gives you the opportunity to see who the big fish are for the day, see who you got to bid against. But they definitely won't be still around at the end of the day. Anytime you got a big auction like this, there's supposed to be 2 auctioneers running today at the same time, and it's a family's estate that they're selling off. So there will be a lot of stuff. But generally what happens is the people that buy early run out of money. They run out of truck or car. They don't have enough space to put all the crap they bought. So they have to quit buying for either the fact they're out of money or out of space. And a lot of people don't like to eat at an auction. To me, I don't care, and I bring my own food as well. Some people don't like to use a porta potty, so there's another reason people leave. People get too hot, so they leave because of that. But anyway, when you get close to the end of the auction, you'll be down to 10, 15 people bidding against each other versus at the start when it's 200 people bidding against each other. So I like to stay at the end of it, and that's what I refer to as the bottom feeders. There at the end, the bottom feeders are all still hanging around, and we're all fighting over what's still left. But the good part of that too is when there's only 10 or 15 of you left, I can look over at the guy across from me bidding on something, and we kind of have an understanding of, you go ahead and let me have this, and I won't bother you the next time you bid on something. And as long as nobody's too greedy at the end, everybody can fill their whole truck or vehicle for 150, 200 bucks versus the guy who at the start of the auction, he's gonna spend $1,000 trying to fill up his truck or van or whatever. So there's a lot of strategy involved, a lot more than just raising your hand or whatever at the auctioneer. So I'll try to get you some footage at the auction while I'm there. Get you some footage of the junk, maybe get a footage of the auctioneer doing his thing or whatever. So anyway, let's get on the road. Oh my, I have fell in love. Look at this. It's about a 39 to 46 model. I'm still at the auction. This is over in the barn. Have no idea if this thing is for sale or not. But I am here to tell you that is cool. Oh man, I love it. I hate to say it, but if this thing comes up for sale, I'm probably gonna bid on this. I've always wanted me an old truck like this. I had a 49 model Chevy one time, and I had to get rid of it because a motor in my daily driver vehicle went bad, and that's the only thing I had able to trade to get me a new motor for my car. But man, this is cool. No telling how long she's been sitting here. And if you've ever heard the term rare as hen's teeth, this right here is a Willys car. That is very rare. You see some Willys trucks quite often, fairly often, but to see a Willys car, I have spent many Saturdays in junkyards. Matter of fact, I used to go to a junkyard all the time that advertised it. It had 5,000 antique cars at it, and I have never seen a Willys car. Not in person. Of course, I knew they existed, but I have never seen one in person. This is pretty straight. Let's see what the other side looks like. I can get over here to it. Yeah, straight over here too. Man, that is too cool.
Hey, look at there, $100. Yeah, $100, pound, 15, 20. Yeah, 15, when you got the tray and all, 15, 20, now 30, when you get 30, when you get 20, now 30. Yeah, 20, 30, 40, 50, when you get 15, when you get 15, when you get 50, I got 40 right there, now 50, when you get 15, when you get 40, now 5. Yeah, 45, now 45, 50, now 50, now 50, now 50, when you get 15, when you get 40, 50, now 5, 55, 60, when you get 16, when you get 16, when you get 60, yeah, 60, now 5, 65, 70, when you get 70, when you get 70, when you get 70, when you get 65, 70, $100, $70, when you get 70, it's over $65.
Well, I'm back home now. Been a long day, man. Those auctions can wear you out. Your mind is constantly going because you're trying to keep up with the auction. You're trying to think of not only how much is this item going for, but how much can I get for it if I want to sell it. So it'll wear you out mentally. Of course, all day long you're running around trying to look at all the stuff for sale, talk to some of your friends, get caught up with them and stuff. So now me and Muppy's, you can see Muppy done got beside me here on the big chair, so we're resting it up a little bit. But anyway, man, I tell you what, I seen a carnal sin today. If you love old cars, you're probably not going to want to hear what I'm about to tell you. The family had had both of those cars and had all that stuff. Well, they contacted the auction company to auction off all their goods. And that's what I spent the day doing, was watching that. Well, they sold those 2 cars to somebody they knew, as opposed to letting the auction company sell them. The good of letting the auction company sell them is you can have 200 people show up to the auction, and 200 people can fight over those vehicles, and price goes up. If you have one man who comes to you and says, hey, I'd like to buy those cars, that one man's not going to offer you the same amount of money that 200 people fighting over it's going to offer you. Whoever the guy was that bought those cars paid $500 a piece. Yep, I could hear your hearts just sink, and I could hear, man, I heard angels sing when I came in that room of that barn and I seen that old truck sitting there. It was like, man, what a beautiful old truck. And to be honest with you, I would have put a new engine in it, transmission, newer, not brand new, but a running motor and transmission, and a different rear end under it. I would have left the paint job just like it was. Matter of fact, I probably would have cleaned the windshield so I could see out of it, and tried to leave as much dust on the body as I could. To me, that was just beautiful. It was a piece of art sitting there. But I had planned on, I had calculated how much money I have to spend, and I was willing to spend it to get that truck today. Oh man, $500. The hood and the fenders on that truck are worth more than 500 bucks. I don't know how much the car's worth, but the guy paid $500 for the car too. So I see it all at these auctions, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, and sometimes it's ugly. So man, I hate that I missed out on those two, but it is what it is. But I hope y'all had fun, and this video was 3 days wrapped up into one vlog, and I hope y'all enjoyed that. Might do more of that in the future if y'all liked it, so y'all let me know. I appreciate y'all watching. I believe Muppy's ready to call it a day. She is wore out. I'm a little tired myself. But thank y'all for watching, folks. I sure do appreciate it. Thanks for spending time with us. We'll see y'all soon. Bye-bye.